Hello friends, let us continue interface topic. What is meant by interface? If you want to achieve multiple or hybrid type of inheritance, then this type of inheritance is achieved by using interface in Java. What is the aim of interface? To solve a complicated type of inheritance and to perform method overriding. How we define interface? Let us see. Look at the screen. It is similar to class only. The difference is it has only declaration part. In interface, you can't define any methods. It only has a declaration part. Methods declared under in a, interface are compulsory overridden to its derived classes. Let us see the contents of inheritance. You can take a data member under inheritance, but by default, that data member is known as a constant or treat as a constant or final data member. So such type of data member you can't be or value of such type of data member you can't be changed within the program. And if you declare methods under the interface, then this type of methods compulsorily overridden to the derived class. Therefore, it is mostly used to achieve hybrid or multiple type of inheritance. Why we need interface? While performing multiple or hybrid inheritance, Java does not support direct use of extending class because when base class is inherited to derived class, then every feature of base class is inherited into derived class, even if all features are not required. At runtime, object size is counted as base class as well as plus derived class members. That is, object size is fixed or it allocated at compile time. Object has a static binding or early binding. It does not support to dynamic data binding. To solve about the limitations, we can use interface. Every interface once designed can be utilized into number of classes as per the requirement. By using here we use a implement keyword. Under multi-level, single level and hierarchical inheritance, we have used extend keyword. But the limitation of extend keyword is only support to a single class name. And whereas implements keyword support to a more than you can be used for the single interface or more than single interface. Simply interface is defined like a class, interface name, declaration of data members, but these are by default final, and declaration of methods or data methods. Sorry, member methods. Okay, let us see the simple example of it. Okay, suppose here we have interface. Interface is declared by using word interface. In front of that, give any name. Suppose I give here interface 1. Okay, here you can declare a data member, but that type of data member is by default final. Therefore, you can be declare value. That value can be changed within the program. For example, value of pi or any constant value. Okay, here we have method set and one more. Okay, this type of interface you can be used into number of classes. Suppose here we have class derive 1, which is implements from sorry implements interface. Okay, suppose under this class we have some data. Now you have to overridden above methods. Okay, and suppose here we simply perform addition. Okay, you can be create one more class, carry data. Again implements from interface one. Yes, suppose you have s1 comma s2. Again you have to override the method. Okay, now define show function. Okay, after that there also you can define any function. Library function of string class. And in Java, java.lang package is default. Therefore, you can directly use the string method by without including the or importing any class. Okay. Now, as per the nature of interface, you have to define here first, right, public. Okay, you have to define here first interface object, and this object is point to a class at runtime. Suppose here we are going to declare object of d1 derive and class, and now at runtime our instance of interface is now point to a d1. It is known as a dynamic binding. Okay, and by using this interface object class you can call the methods of set and show. Like this you can also declare the class of char data. Let me see first name char data. Yeah, right. Okay, now first point this interface object to a cd, and again call these functions. Okay, let us see the example. Let us see the output. Value 1 is 10, value 2 is 20, the addition is 30. Here, string 1 is ABC, string 2 is XYZ, and the concatenation of string is ABC XYZ. Okay. You can also create here two interface and implement that two interface into a single class. Let us see one more example. Okay, here suppose we have some first interface sport, and here we have a function set score. Here we have one more interface marks, or you can say set marks. Sorry, here we have a marks. Here write a set marks function. Let us take a first letter as a capital of interface as per the rule of Java. Now here declare class which is get implements from sport and marks. Now here you have some more data, roll number, and suppose marks of 3 subject. Here you have score also, and now we want to calculate the average. Now here this class has its own method. Suppose here roll number, and the score is 25. Okay. Sorry, we have to assign this value under a set score and set marks function. Then you can directly assign here roll number only for our convenient. Now set marks. Okay. Now set here or score. Okay. Take here one more method. Now here score. Print here total. Here don't we don't need here average variable. Right here total, which is a addition of all these marks including score. And now calculate the average, which is total divided by number of subjects. Okay, now first create the object of mark sheet. Before that, you can also call the above functions by using this class. Okay, let us see what happened. Here is the roll number, subject, score, total, and average. Like this, you can create a multiple interface and then implement to a single class. This is only a demo of interface. Okay. Now let us create one more example. Suppose here we want to define an interface of test shape. Interface of shape. We don't need to write any function definition or data declaration under this shape class because shape don't has any identity. But if you want to know which type of shape, then we can create a number of objects to implement the methods of this shape class. Or you can take here protected float pi is equal to 3.14, but this is by default a final variable. Now simply create class of rectangle. Here we have private members as length and breadth. Suppose here we take one more function, public, return type is double area. Okay. Now here define one by one method or override one by one method. Okay. Now you can create one more shape. Suppose here we create only single extrovert side. Okay. Let us create one more shape. Here we have double extrovert. Here you can use a final value pi into radius into radius. You can also give a message here, area of circle of square. Okay, now create a class test shape and here for dynamic binding we have to again create a instance of interface. Okay, let us create this program more user friendly. Suppose here we have one variable choice Three shapes are details of following. Three shapes are ready. Which one do you want to know? Suppose here again we have at number one rectangle. Here give slash n. At number two square. At number three circle. Okay. And now from user scan here value. But if you want to scan the value, then here throws IO exception and create here or import here. Okay. Now here create object. Okay. And scan the value of choice. Okay. Now here apply the switch. Pass here choice. The case one is of rectangle. Therefore create a object of rectangle. And now your S is point to a rectangle. And if you call S dot set S dot show, then here you have a details of rectangle. Okay. Take here break. Now define the case 2. Oh, SR. Okay. You can also add here one more case. And for this case, you can write one more case. Write a library function of exit. And there is finally default. Okay. Now the switch is closed. main is closed, but here take this choices, only remove this part from here, take this part under a loop. Suppose here we use while true loop, that is infinite loop. And for to get exit from this loop, we have written here system.exit 0 method. What happened? Okay. If you want to declare here something, then use a curly bracket. No, I think this is not a mistake. This mistake is occurred due to is we have a spelling mistake. This rule is compulsory under a C and CPP. Okay, you can declare it as a public. I think size S is small. Oh, not a side, square. Okay. Now details of following three shapes are ready. Which one do you want to know? Suppose I want to know square. Then these are the details of square. Let us write here one more slash n. Okay. Suppose rectangle, right? Circle. Yeah, right. Now if I put some wrong value, then invalid choice. And for exit, okay. This is a simple part of interface in Java. In next lecture, we will see the small topic of abstract class and abstract methods. Thank you.